free radical polymerization of ethene. This is basically a mechanism of polymerization of ethene, and this is the only mechanism that you need to cover from this chapter, polymers. Now for this free radical polymerization of ethene, you need a catalyst, benzoyl peroxide. This is the structure of benzoyl peroxide. This particular mechanism, it takes place in 3 steps. So we are going to do the mechanism stepwise. Step 1 is chain initiation. That means how the chain starts getting formed. First of all, let me make the structure of benzoyl peroxide once again. Okay, this bond, it undergoes homolysis. That means homolytic cleavage to give you free radicals. So you will get 2 free radicals of the same kind, 2 C6H5 C double bond O, fine, and then you have O and this radical. You have 2 such radicals formed. Now next step will be homolysis of this particular bond. So what would you get? You will get 2 C6H5 radicals, right? And along with that you will get 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, CO2, fine. Okay, now this acts as the chain initiator. Now how it acts as the chain initiator? If this is your ethene molecule, it first of all undergoes, the pi bond undergoes homolytic cleavage to form this. Fine. Then this C6H5 radical attacks on this particular molecule. How it attacks? C6H5 radical, CH2, CH2, and you have 2 free radicals over here. So this attacks on this, thus giving you C6H5. Now this free electron and this free electron, they form a bond between C6H5 and CH2, and the rest remains the same. This process repeats itself again. Now this C6H5, this C6H5 CH2 and CH2 radical, it attacks on another ethene molecule. Again this ethene molecule is going to undergo cleavage, and there will be 2 free electrons present on both the carbon atoms. So I am directly writing this will attack here and 1 electron comes here. So what do you get? C6H5 CH2 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 CH2, and then this CH2 and then this CH2. That means CH2 and a free radical here. Similarly, this process is going to repeat itself. So we can write n, this is going to react with n number of ethene molecules, giving me the final product C6H5 CH2 CH2 n number of times, and then CH2 CH2 and the free radical. Fine. So this was your chain initiation up till here. From here starts your step 2, which is chain propagation. What is happening in chain propagation? Number of CH2 molecules keep getting added to this free radical, thus giving you this chain. Now we have to stop the ongoing chain. How we are going to stop this chain? In the step 3, which is called as chain termination. How can I terminate this particular chain? How can I stop this chain to be getting longer and longer? I am going to add two two such chains to each other. How? One this and another chain CH2, CH2, N, CH2, CH2 and free radical. I'm going to add two such chains. Now how do they add? One electron, one free electron present on this carbon and one free electron present on this carbon. If they add on, they are going to form a bond by use of these two electrons. So this will give me, let's start from here, C6H5, CH2, CH2, N, CH2, CH2. Now this is forming a bond with this with the help of these two electrons. This bond. Then we start from here, CH2, 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 N, and finally this phenyl substituent. So this is how I have stopped the chain to get any longer. This is called as free radical polymerization of ethene. Now if you are thinking that in the polymerization of ethene there should only be ethene molecules present, then why are these C6H5 molecules present in the polyethene molecules? Then in a chain of thousands of ethene molecules, just two phenyl rings would not make a large difference.